just like that. Now we're going to go back pretty fast, all right, because I've got to sling that little crystal in there and get it in the right place to start. And you're probably going to feel it right away, all right? If you need to throw up, let me know. We've got a bucket for you, all right? So here we go. We're going to go back on 3, and I want you just to flop back like you're free falling. And I'm going to have your head a little bit lower than your shoulders, okay?
Okay, just have that.
Just like that, and keep that, and definitely keep your eyes open, okay? We're going to go back on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Going back. Oh, eyes open. Eyes open. Open your eyes. Come on, show me your eyes. Feeling it? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
All right. And you feeling it?
Feels good. It's spinning.
Yeah. So if you come look in his eyes, you can see the nystagmus.
Okay, oh.
Yeah. See the twitching?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
So he's got a horizontal nystagmus.
Mm-hmm.
His beating is toward the, actually it's towards center.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Yeah. So that's confirmation that this is vertigo. So we got to keep him here about 1 minute to 90 seconds, because what we've done is move the fluid in his ear. You doing okay, boss?
Yeah, I'm good.
Remove the fluid in his ear, and it's pulling that crystal out of where it's at. We're trying to get back where it belongs.
Okay.
Yeah. So the middle ear is full of fluid,
Okay.
and this little crystal is sitting in that fluid, and it's not supposed to be there. How you feeling? Is it resolving?
A little better.
Okay, let's stay here for a little bit. I want to make sure that all that fluid gets stopped. So the next thing we're going to do, right now you're looking 45 degrees to the right. The next thing we're going to do is to have you look 45 degrees to the left, all right? We're going to move kind of fast. I want you just to give me your head in my hands, all right? And we're going to roll your head 45 degrees to the left on the count of 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, roll. Just like that. Good. How you doing?
Good.
You getting any spinning?
Yeah, a bit of spinning.
Okay. So that's a good sign.
That's spinning?
Yeah, because the fluid is moving and the crystal's dragging over those little hair cells that sense movement. And it's giving him the perception. It's telling his brain that he's moving when he's not. So his vestibular system is giving his brain a error signal right now, or a signal that is incorrect. How are you doing?
Spinning.
Still spinning? I'm going to hang out here for a little while. You know what? Could you lower that bed rail up there? Yeah, down where it's out of the way. So every time he turns, every time there's a turn, his head has to turn 90 degrees. You start with his head looking 45 degrees to the right. When you turn it, you move it 90 degrees to 45 degrees to the left. And then on this next turn, we're going to turn his whole body. And he's going to be looking, he's going to move 90 degrees. His head gaze is going to look 90 degrees down to where he's 45 degrees to the ground.
Are you holding his head or are you
Yeah.
letting it hang?
Yeah, I'm holding his head up.
Okay.
And you see I've got him on pillows and letting his head hang down too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really important. Because these little semicircular canals are in his ear here, and that fluid we have to create the right kind of gradient so that the fluid moves and pulls the crystal with it. And there may be more than one.
Who, like, how did that get?
Yeah, good question.
I didn't even know how to ask the question.
Yeah, my question is always who invented preparation H and who said, hey, let's try shark's liver oil?
Oh.
And what was A through G anyway?
Oh, right.
It was deduced by two guys, Dix and Hallpike, Dr. Dix and Dr. Hallpike, and they just looked at the anatomy and knew what was happening and figured out, well, maybe we could create a physical movement that'll get that little crystal out of the wrong place into the right place.
But how did they know about the crystals?
I don't know if they dissected people's ears or what. I'm not real sure.
I mean, like, who would think? I don't know.
All right, the next thing we're going to do, I want you to bend your knees for me, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll over on your left shoulder, and I want you to keep looking this direction so that Right now you're looking 45 degrees up. You're going to be looking 45 degrees down at the floor, okay? All right, so we're going to roll. Go ahead and just scoot to your right. Yeah, scoot your butt to your
Roll
right.
right or roll left? I'm
To the
rolling.
right, the right. Yeah, scoot to the right. So when you roll, you don't roll off.
Okay.
That's important. All right, and on 3, I want you to roll. You're going to roll your hips and your shoulders at the same time. You're going to hold your head in this downward gaze, all right? 1, 2, 3. Roll on your side, looking down. Perfect. Ideal. That was great. All right, how you feeling?
Oh, like crap still.
Okay. Is it spinning?
Yes.
Okay. So let's just hang out here a little while. And you need to give it a minute minimum, 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes for extras. I mean, they say 60 to 90 seconds, but I just go at least 2 minutes, just to make sure.
Because the time that I did it for him like that, I did it because I got a little paper from the urgent care that said how to do it, and it said for 30 seconds. So we were doing it 30 seconds, and that's the only time that I did it that he felt better.
Yeah, it's not enough time.
Okay. Well, I mean, I was pretty much kind of doing the same thing, but your way looks more nicer, no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mine was so sloppy.
Yeah, the head position is all that's really important. Yeah, the first 100 are the hardest.
Oh, still have a lot to go.
All right, both feet off the edge for me, please. Just your feet off the edge. All right.
Right here.
And we're gonna set up. 1, 2, 3, set up. All right. Go ahead and open your eyes for me.